Hello everyone, I am Deep Patel from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today we are going to start one important chapter of the subject Basic Mechanical Engineering. The name of chapter is IC Engine, that is the Internal Combustion Engine. This is the engine which we are using in our vehicle. Okay, so let us start the internal combustion engine. Okay, so before going to understand internal combustion engine, first of all we have to remember heat engine. Okay, heat engine we have already discussed in our chapter number 5. Now what is the heat engine? Heat engine is the device which use chemical energy of the fuel, then convert it into the heat energy, and then that heat energy is used to do mechanical work. So let us take one example. If we take example of the petrol, so the chemical energy is stored into the petrol, then we use that petrol into the engine, and then after the combustion the heat is generated. Okay, and then we are using that heat to run the vehicle. So ultimately it is converted into the mechanical energy. Okay, so that type of engines are known as the heat engine. Okay. So, in general, the heat engine can be classified into the two types. First is the external combustion engine and second is the internal combustion engine. Okay. So, what is the meaning of external combustion engine? Okay. So, the engine in which the combustion takes place outside the cylinder is known as the external combustion engine. So let us take one example of the external combustion engine. In the thermal power plant, what we are doing? We are burning the coal inside the boiler and producing the heat. Okay, after that the water is converted into the steam, and then we are utilize that steam to run the turbine, and ultimately the power is generated. So the power generation takes place at the turbine and the combustion takes place at the boiler. Okay, so this type of engines are known as the external combustion engine because the furnace is outside the cylinder. Okay, now next is the internal combustion engine. What happens in the internal combustion engine? The power generation process and the combustion process both are taking place at the same place. Okay, so let us take the example of our engine. Okay, so in the engine of any vehicle, what happens? The combustion of petrol or diesel takes place inside the cylinder, and the power is also generated inside the cylinder. Okay, so we can say that the combustion product and the power both are generated at the same place in the case of internal combustion engine. So this is the basic difference between the external combustion engine and the internal combustion engine. Okay, so in this lecture we are going to discuss about the internal combustion engine, its classification and some important parts of the internal combustion engine. Okay, so let us start with the classification of IC engine. Okay, so first the IC engine is classified based on the number of strokes per cycle. So we can classify it as 4-stroke engine and 2-stroke engine. Now what is the meaning of 4-stroke engine? There are total 4 strokes in the IC engine, that is suction, compression, power and exhaust stroke. If these 4 strokes are complete in the 2 revolution of the crankshaft, then it is known as the 4-stroke engine. If this all the 4 processes are takes place in the 1 revolution of the crankshaft, then it is known as the 2-stroke engine. Okay. Next, it is based on the thermodynamic cycle used. Okay, so Otto cycle and the diesel cycle engine. Okay, so we know that in our chapter number 5 we have discussed about the Otto cycle and the diesel cycle. Okay, so generally we know that the Otto cycle is used in the petrol engine and the diesel cycle is used in the diesel engine. Okay, and in the chapter number 5 we have also discussed the difference between the Otto cycle and the diesel cycles also. Okay, next the classification of IC engine based on the number of cylinders. Okay, so single cylinder engine and the multi-cylinder engine. Okay, so generally in our two-wheeler we are using the single cylinder engine. Okay, and generally in the four-wheelers, in the cars, in the trucks, in the bus, generally we are using the multi-cylinder engine. Okay. Next type of classification is based on the arrangement of the cylinder. Okay, so the IC engine can be classified as inline engine, V engine and the radial engine. Generally, these inline engines are used in the cars. V engine is used in the two-wheeler. We have seen this type of engine in the Bullet or in the Royal Enfield. Okay, and the radial engines are generally used in the in the aircraft applications. Okay. Next is based on the ignition system. Okay, so based on the ignition system, we can classify IC engine as SI engine, that is the spark ignition engine, and CI engine, that is the compression ignition engine. So in the spark ignition engine, what happens? We are using the spark plug for the combustion purpose. So the petrol engines are generally known as the spark ignition engine. Okay. In the CI engine, the full form of the CI engine is the compression ignition engine. So the diesel engines are the compression ignition engine. Okay. Next, based on the cooling system, so we can classify it as the water cooled engine and the air cooled engine. So generally the engines of the two wheelers are the air cooled engines and the engines of the four wheelers are the water cooled engine. Okay. Now we are going to the number of components on of the IC engine. Okay. So this is the typical diagram of the IC engine. From this diagram you can easily understand that this blue color portion is the piston. Piston will reciprocate inside the cylinder. Okay. So these black color lines are the cylinder. Okay. Here there is one circle. This circle is the rotation of crank. Okay. So we can see here crank, crank pin and the connecting rod. So crank and connecting rod are connected by the one pin, that is the crank pin. Then this connecting rod is connects with the blue color piston, okay, by with the help of the piston pin. Okay. There is one space between the piston and the cylinder, that is known as the clearance, and we provide one ring over the piston, that is known as the piston ring. Okay. There are two valves, one is the inlet valve and second is the outlet valve. Okay. So let us understand all these components one by one. Okay. So let us start it. First is the cylinder. Okay. So we know that inside the cylinder the piston is reciprocates, also inside the cylinder the combustion is takes place. So there is a very high temperature is generated and the generally the temperature is reaches up to the 2500 degrees Celsius. Also the pressure which is generated after the combustion is very high and it is reached up to the 70 bar. Okay. So the cylinder should be made with the help of the cast iron or the alloy steel. Okay. So it can sustain this much amount of the pressure and the temperature. Okay. The next part is the cylinder head. So the cylinder head is used to seal the top end of the cylinder. Generally all the valve, that is the inlet valve, exhaust valve and the camshafts are fitted inside the cylinder head. Okay. Next is the piston. So the piston is the most important part of the IC engine. Okay. So this blue color block is the piston. Okay. So piston is reciprocate inside the cylinder, and with the reciprocation of piston we are going to classify the stroke. When piston is moved from top dead center to the bottom dead center, that is the suction stroke. After that piston is moves from the bottom dead center to the top dead center, that is the compression stroke. Again it is moves to the up to down, that is the power stroke, and fourth when it is goes from the bottom dead center to the top dead center, that is the exhaust stroke. Okay. So with the movement of the piston we are going to classify the stroke. So it is the most important component of the IC engine. Okay. Next is the piston ring. Now what is the application of piston ring? So first of all, piston ring is provided over the piston. Okay, so when the petrol or diesel or any kind of fuel is entered into the cylinder, or when the combustion is takes place, the products which are generated after the combustion cannot go below the piston if we provide the piston ring over the piston. Okay, so it is used to prevent the leakage of the fuel and the combustion products. Okay. Next is the piston pin. Now what is the application of piston pin? Piston pin is used to connect the piston and the connecting rod. Okay. Next is the connecting rod. Connecting rod is also the most important component of the IC engine. Connecting rod connects the piston and the crank. Okay, so we know that piston is doing the reciprocating motion and the crank is doing the rotary motion. So to convert the reciprocating motion into the rotary motion, we need one intermediate mechanism, and that intermediate link is known as the connecting rod. Okay, so the connecting rod is used for the connecting the piston and the crank. Okay. Next is the crank and the crankshaft. So the crank, here you can see from the figure that the crank is doing the rotary motion. Okay, so above which the crank is doing this rotary motion is known as the crankshaft. Okay, so we can say that crank is the integral part of the crankshaft, and the crank and crankshafts are the steel forged and machined to the smooth finish. Okay. Next is the crankcase. So the crank, crankshafts and the main bearings are placed inside the crankcase. Also in the two stroke engine, the crankcase is providing the major role for the lubrication purpose. Okay, so this is the crankcase. Okay. Next is the flywheel. So flywheel helps to remove the fluctuation during the cycle. Okay, so the function of the flywheel is to smooth and cyclic fluctuation of the torque developed by the engine during the cycle. So it is used to remove the fluctuation during the cycle. Okay, so this is the function of the flywheel. Next is the valve. So you can see from the figure there are two valves. One is the inlet valve and second is the outlet valve. So what is the application of this valve? Inlet valve is used for introducing the petrol or diesel or any kind of the fuel inside the engine. Now what is the application of exhaust valve or the outlet valve? From the outlet valve, the burn out gases are flow outside the cylinder. Okay, so these are the application of the inlet valve and the exhaust valve. This inlet valve and the exhaust valve are operated by the one mechanism, that is the camshaft mechanism. Okay. Next is the spark plug. So the spark plug is used for producing the spark, and after the spark is produced, the combustion of petrol is start. Okay, so generally in the petrol engine we are using the spark plug, and from the name of this spark plug, the petrol engine is also known as the spark ignition engine. Okay, so the spark is used for the combustion purpose. Okay. Next is the carburetor. So the carburetor used to mix the petrol and air outside the cylinder. After mixing the petrol and air, this mixture is introduced inside the engine. Okay, so to create this mixture of the petrol and air, we are using the carburetor. Okay. Next is the fuel injector. So why this fuel injector is needed? Generally this type of fuel injector we are using in the diesel engine. Okay, so the fuel injector is used to inject the atomized fuel into the cylinder under the very high pressure. Okay, so to inject the diesel inside the cylinder, we can use the fuel injector. Okay, so in this lecture we have discussed total two topics of the IC engine. First, we have discussed about the classification of IC engine. There are many ways to classify the IC engine. So we have discussed all the ways, and then we have discussed some important parts of the IC engine. In that we have discussed about cylinder, piston, connecting rod, crank, crankshaft, crank pin, piston pin and the valve mechanism. Okay, so this is the end of our lecture. Thank you for watching my video.